Yeah, and he does look just like a frat guy. He just like some dude who just left his couch party, and this is a prank, and it went a little too far.
This is the worst prank we've ever pulled. We're wiping out a planet. What the hell were we thinking? I just wanted to play beer pong when my parents were out of town. Us for another episode of What a Disaster. This is the podcast where we watch, discuss, and review a disaster movie as close to weekly as we can possibly stand. I'm Gregory Allen, and this week I'm joined by Richard Sawasinski.
Earlier told me to shut up. I'm not sure if it's okay for me
All right,
to
shut
talk
up.
yet.
And Liz Badori.
What?
Liz Badori.
Who's that?
Use that. So, this week we watched Extinction, 2018 flickaroony. By people.
By director Ben Young.
Ben Young. Oh, Ben Young.
First-time director.
Yen Bung.
Benjamin Young. Ben.
This one was written by Spencer Cohen, Brad Kane, and one more. I would tell you who, but it's a link, and I'm looking at a sheet of paper, so I can't click on it.
He doesn't want you to know.
No, nobody wants me to know.
If you wrote this movie, you would be like, just
thank
put
God,
my name on that
thank
link.
God that I'm after the one more.
Could you know where they do that little link on IMDb? Could I be that person?
But was it the script or was it the production that made this movie not so hot?
What? I don't know if there was much of a script. It was just basically, I think it was just like, you ever played Madden?
I'm just saying this movie had to have been one of the hottest scripts of 2013 or 2014.
It was like it was on the blacklist or whatever for 2013. You're right.
Yeah. Before we get too far along here, we had some special events the past week, right? Liz,
Yeah.
It was your 16th birthday?
Her 100th birthday.
My 100th birthday.
100th birthday.
If you
116th?
had looked at Facebook, you would know.
Centennial.
Centennial.
My centennial.
It's your Liz Centennial.
We're getting a coin made.
You getting a coin struck?
Yeah, a little Liz coin. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How big a run are you doing?
A Liz coin. 10.
5,000.
I guess we need to talk about this.
Okay. And then you went camping, you said?
Yeah, we went for a little hike in a backpack camp the other day.
Backpack
A
camp.
backpack camp?
It was a backpack camp. Yeah.
Backpack camp.
We slept outside instead of inside. That was nice.
Yeah, instead of having like air conditioning
Yeah, fuck all that
and
noise.
electricity.
Yeah. The fun
you
part
guys
was the lack of convenience. That
a
was
layer
the part.
of fabric between you and bears.
I heard some coyotes. They woke me up. They were very excited about howling at each other.
Yeah, they like to yell.
Yeah, it was great. I wasn't scared at all. Did you do anything this weekend? Did you?
Did I do anything this weekend? Went for a bike ride down
good.
in the battlefield.
Glad to see you moving.
To Fallen Timbers battlefield.
Was worried about your lack of movement lately.
And then we brought the little trailers and towed the children.
Oh, good. That sounds
along.
fun.
It was all right. It was a good time.
Yeah.
They were doing like a walk with people dressed in period clothing.
All right.
So there were a bunch of people in weird clothes.
Kind of like cosplay.
Walking around. Yeah, it's like cosplay, but for
Nerdy.
some reason people think that it's not nerdy,
Oh.
I think. But it is, by the
Super
way.
nerdy.
If you do historic reenactments, it's kind of nerdy.
That's
I mean,
super nerdy.
it's fine. You do
Yeah.
you, but it's kind of nerdy. Just admit that to yourself. Like, we're doing a podcast about movies, and we both have video game tattoos. Liz, do you have a video game tattoo?
Not yet.
Do you have any tattoos?
I have 2.
Are either of them cats?
No.
You dumb.
She just has a tattoo of her other tattoo.
Oh, a tattoo of her with a tattoo?
Yeah.
I have a tattoo of me with a really sweet tattoo. It's
Thinking
too
about
small to
getting it.
see, but it's great.
It's great.
I wanted to see how I'd look with that tattoo.
Greg has a tattoo of a tiny bike, and then right underneath that's a tattoo of Godzilla.
It's right above it.
Oh, right above it's a
Yeah.
tattoo of Godzilla.
I have a Godzilla tattoo.
Yeah.
Why haven't we done a Godzilla movie yet for What a Disaster?
I don't know.
Godzilla's a disaster movie, isn't it?
I think we're warming up to one. Yeah, I think it counts.
Yeah, we could snake a Godzilla flick
The
in
last
there.
Jurassic Park movie had 30 minutes of being Godzilla.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Squatted 405 for triples the other
Great.
day.
So
Yesterday.
were you rescuing an old lady underneath a car?
No, I was just doing
Oh,
it for
then
fun.
Sounds like you were doing something boring. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
good time.
Sounds
Good
great.
time.
Sounds like a great time. I'm gonna pick something heavy up.
I bench pressed 245 pounds 6 times.
That's it.
6 rep set.
That's it. You can do 7.
245 for 6. I
Well,
don't know. I might have had 7. I could have tried for it, but
Yeah, if I was been
I
there,
didn't
I'd
have
been
a
like, where's your
spotter.
7?
I have a spotter with me.
Put it up, pussy. And you would have been like,
Come
"I
on,
don't
let's
know."
not use foul language on this podcast. Let's get back to Extinction.
You know,
the movie that we just watched.
Yeah, I mean, I know fuck this into my head, but I'm hoping I still forget it.
Yeah, this movie was wow.
It has no budget because it was purchased for an undisclosed amount from Universal, who declined to release it back in January.
I wonder why. And then I
don't get
watched it and I realized why. So kind of a basic synopsis. The movie's about like a dude who keeps having these weird visions about his family dying,
Peter.
and the world kind of being all banged up, exploded. And as time wears on,
Bad.
he finds out that, oh my God, there's an invasion from some sort of extraterrestrial, and there's war, and he's basically reliving
They're
many
coming
of these
to
moments.
extinct us.
They're coming to
extinct us.
extinct
And
the
at
people
this
of
point,
Earth.
I want to kind of bring the spoilers in slowly on this as we hit them, because that's all this movie really has to give you is some plot. But if you haven't watched this yet and you want to get any enjoyment out of this movie, stop this podcast and watch it right now.
Yeah,
We're
go
gonna-
watch it before we spoil it, because we are definitely going to spoil it real fucking soon.
We're gonna take all the enjoyment out of this movie, and
No. We're going to put some joy back into this movie. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to poop my pants, go change my pants, start a load of laundry to clean my poopy pants, and then we'll be back to talk more about Extinction.
Our world never stops moving, changing, evolving. Every day, we go about our routines. Work, home, family.
Sure.
Guess what?
Who are
We're
we?
back from our break. We're going to talk about
Extinction!
Extinction
and the people that are in it. So, Dad Man,
Thank you, beautiful
Super
wife.
Dad, Hero Dad is Michael
Your
Pena.
adorable kids.
Hero Mom is Lizzie Kaplan.
Michael
Hannah
Pena
Who you work
was
for.
awesome in Ant-Man.
He was awesome in Ant-Man.
But what if you don't?
Yeah, I've not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Me
yet.
either.
True.
I'm
I've
excited
heard
for
good
it, though.
things about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Once
Tell me
you
how this
knew
movie
it,
opens. Talk me
Who
through
cares
some
about
of
how
this.
this movie
Would
opens?
change
The first 20
everything.
minutes is character introductions. It's slow as balls. He works as some sort of computer technician man who's doing weird like split power among shit, and they're just like, fucking electricity blew up my computer, man. And he's like, oh shit, it won't happen again, boss.
He's very
Boss being David.
He's very unconvincingly with Lily Kaplan, and he never once touches her in an affectionate way in this movie.
I
don't think they kiss.
Lizzie?
They don't really hold hands. What's her name? April?
Lizzie Kaplan, not Lily Kaplan.
Alice.
Lizzie
Just as
Kaplan?
a heads
Laura,
up.
Laura Kaplan? I don't know. Fucking, I know I'm bad
Lizzie
with names.
Kaplan.
Our
Have some respect.
bingo for our game, our podcast would be, did Rick fuck up a name?
Yes.
Free
That is
space.
the answer. Yes, he
Free
did.
space.
Yeah, so he's been seeing these weird, crazy visions. He's like, I'm like seeing people dying
Like
and
PTSD or
my
some
poor
shit.
Their
wife.
dreams.
He has the dreams.
He has them
I do not care for the dreams
involuntarily.
because it seemed like
They showed the same one over and
super
over and
dumb.
over again.
They did a lot of that in this where you're just like, oh, good, I'm revisiting this same nonsense that I saw a
Another-
little bit ago.
another
Still
flashback.
don't get it.
Another flash.
Still don't get it.
Back. Yeah,
What don't you get?
No, I'm saying while we were watching it, it's
Oh.
not like you pick up new information as they show it to you over and over.
No, they don't give us anything. They give us nothing from the story except that the story is not what it seems.
Yep.
That is all we get from this
Yep.
movie.
And Pete has two daughters, Lucy and Hannah. Hannah has unfortunate hair. I don't know if anybody has told her that looks like she's wearing a helmet.
I liked her hair.
Well, you're wrong. So Alice also, like, we get it. So this movie,
They call her Al a lot. I'd like
they
to
do,
share
they
that.
do. It's
They-
like the first half hour is flashbacks and then people telling Pete they're concerned about his well-being. But it's just different people telling him this in different settings. He goes to work, and David, who's plays Luke Cage, or is played by Luke Cage, goes, "Hey man, are you sleeping enough? You need to go to the doctor." Right after he almost explodes himself.
Yeah.
By
Go
splitting the
see
current, which is foreshadowing
doctor.
apparently.
yeah,
And he goes home, and Alice is just like, "Would you go to the fucking doctor yet?"
right. Everybody's just yelling at him to go to the doctor. Like
you
there's
go?
nothing interesting happening the first 20 minutes of this half hour of this
No,
movie.
my notes say I think Pete needs to see a doctor.
I would
think-
like to say that she says our friends will be here soon to him at one point, and nobody says our friends will be here soon. They'll be like, everybody's coming soon, or they'll be here soon. Nobody says our friends. They'll give
Our
names.
friends.
I don't know, man. All the intentional vagaries in this movie drove me bonkers.
Our friends will be here soon. We have feelings. And
Their
we like
apartment
people.
was super nice, though.
People.
I liked that apartment.
All their apartments are super nice.
All the rooms in the movie matched each other. They all look like they were in the same building.
They might have been. They were in Siberia. That's where they filmed it, and everything in Siberia is either a gulag or a really nice high-rise apartment, I think, or a tiger.
Or a tiger.
That eats magicians.
Yeah. And also, we also find
magician-eating
out that
tiger.
Alice is apparently good at her job.
Mm-hmm.
She's a holographic infrastructure technician.
Yeah, that's a great job title.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what
for
she is? Did you figure that out?
I
Some
made
sort
it
of
up.
I love
science
it.
fiction.
Holographic infrastructure technician. She's a hit. Nice. She's a hot hit.
She's
You know what I mean?
not that. I
Kind of looks like Winona Ryder,
I'm not
but
here
like
to-
if Winona Ryder could, you know,
I'm not here to
facial
pass judgment
expressions.
on actors' physical appearances, but
kind of into her.
if I were picking the most and least attractive people in this movie, they would both be Michael Pena.
Michael Pena. Yeah.
He's both the most and least attractive person in this movie.
I know why you don't like this lady. She kind of looks like Winona Ryder, and
I like Winona Ryder's face. I
You
don't
like
like Winona Ryder talking or being in movies.
It's like if Winona Ryder could talk and have you not hate her.
I don't think she looks anything like Winona. I'm going to put that out there. I don't want to step on this.
What?
I don't think she looks like
Seriously?
Winona Ryder.
You don't see it?
I don't.
Really? You don't see it?
Really, I really don't see
Ah.
it. So what were the important
well-
foreshadowing points
well-
in this? Hannah likes to ride in the elevator,
Hannah has a
And-
job.
complain at people.
Yeah, Liz was confused. Like, why is it? Because she likes to ride the elevator for, like, run the elevator for people. And she looks at me and she goes, "Why does Hannah have a job?" I was like, I don't think she really has a job.
I mean, maybe they pay her for it.
But we
This
don't
is
really
weird.
know the nuances of this society.
Right.
They have a party for his wife the day after Family Day. And this part's kind of funny to me, too, because once again, the only conversation anybody has with Peter is his neighbor comes out and goes, "Hey, man, are you okay?
Everybody.
Are you all right?"
just constant bombardment of, "Are you okay, Peter?"
I wanted Peter to, like, because right then, that's when the fucking aliens hit. I want Peter to look at the sky and point and be like, "Fuck you, man. Fuck all of you. Am I okay? There it is. Told you, and I told you, and I told you."
I feel like everybody, because he's been having these blackouts for a while. This first 20 minutes, like I said, they have they keep talking about these blackouts. I feel like his wife is just angry at him.
Yeah.
Like
he's
his
been
whole
absentee.
family is weary of this bullshit.
Like, quit being sick, Dad. You need to quit this whole being
Mhm.
sick thing. You need to stop it. You know?
Whatever you're doing with these blackouts, just get some sleep, man.
Yeah. Just get some sleep.
Can you get some sleep? Can we try that?
Have you tried sleeping?
Have you tried going to bed
Have you?
and closing
Peter,
your eyes?
Have you? Could you go to bed? Give it a shot. But he actually goes to a clinic, and that's something we did miss. A good plot point. He goes to the clinic. He finally relents. Says after he blacks out at work, he's like, "I'm gonna go to the clinic, the sleep clinic that everybody keeps telling me to go to."
Yeah, this is pre-party, but
yeah,
that's all right.
it's pre-party. He's at the clinic, and this other guy comes up to him, and that's when we get a little more foreshadowing that something's a little bit off here. Because the guy goes up to him and goes, "They're taking our memories so that we don't remember all the bad shit that's gonna happen. But something's coming. I'm telling you, something's coming."
Yeah.
So you're like, "Oh, Peter's getting these premonitions." It's kind of what they're implying, and he's not the only one. And he stares at this painting, and then he just leaves. He's
The
like,
painting is actually a little foreshadowing too.
yeah,
When they get to the end of the movie,
you understand why you stared at the painting.
well, you knew what I was
Kinda.
going to say. Why don't you actually say it?
I don't know what
Why
you're,
don't you say what I was going to say?
what you're gonna say.
You were talking right over me. You must have known what I was going to say.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
I can't.
I just don't like it when you talk like this.
I can't do this.
No.
I can't do this anymore.
I'm sorry.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry.
We're done, Richard.
Is it because of Extinction?
Pack it up. Extinction broke up the band.
Extinction broke up. It's not the first relationship this movie's gonna break up, and won't be the last.
Oh, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like, "Oh man, Extinction was so good," and his girlfriend watched it with him and was like, "No, man, this movie was not so good." And he was like, "Oh, your mind wasn't blown," and she was like, "You're too dumb for me."
She's like,
I'm
"All
outta
right,
here."
we're gonna do this right now. I'm not waiting."
Yeah.
She was already. We're gonna do this right now. I'm not saying it broke them up. I'm saying it accelerated the process.
I'm saying this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the end when they're erasing memories has that circle with the black. It looks like a black hole as they're erasing stuff.
Yeah.
Very similar to the painting that was on the wall.
Yeah, it was a cool. I want that painting. It moves. It's scary to guess. Look at the tentacles on our wall. Isn't that soothing?
You
Aren't
wanna
you
go look
soothed?
at-
That's what I thought when I was watching this. This was like this soothing hospital. It's like that thing is just wiggling and reaching
I was looking
towards me.
when I saw that scene. I was like, "Why the fuck would they put this in a place where people are concerned with their mental health?" Seems like a really dumb art installation for that place.
Like everybody is a little uneasy when they go in to talk to the doctor, and they're just like, "It's just the void, huh? The void got you." Yeah,
The
it
void.
gets everybody a little. Sorry about that.
Did you really let yourself go into the void?
just more people telling Peter he's sick, right? And
How many times do we have to say that that people keep telling Peter
it
he's
just
sick?
keeps. That's all
You've
that
said
happens.
it as much as they've said it to him in the movie now.
Are we good?
The first 20
We're
minutes
caught
of our
up. Good, we're
podcast are
finally
going to be
fucking
us
caught up.
complaining about people complaining about Peter being sick.
But now we can talk about the party, Greg. Tell us all about the party.
Never go to a party that Marlena is attending.
Yeah,
Al, not Marlena.
works out poorly for her. both
Marlena
times.
forever. Also, don't go into a tunnel with Marlena.
Both good answers. So Al got promotion at work, which is what we were talking about earlier when we said she's
Holographic
really good at her job.
infrastructure
Her
technician.
hit position got her some serious promos at work, and they're having a party to celebrate, and all their friends are there.
Yeah, they're all their friends.
Except for Peter, who decides that he's just going to go stand outside and look at this new
With a
telescope.
telescope he just bought.
He's a dinkus.
Yeah, he staring into the sky, and his neighbor comes out to tell him he's
Being a fucking psycho.
not doing
My
well.
wife said to come check on you.
Maybe she gets some sleep, Peter. You consider getting any sleep?
He's like, did my wife ask you to do this? And he's like, no, worse. My wife did.
that is verbatim what
Yeah.
was said to him.
Gross. And
Super
and right
gross.
then, that's when the spaceship started attacking.
Boom.
Boom.
Fucking finally, something's happening in this movie that's not just people complaining about Peter being tired.
What the fuck now, Alice?
Alice,
Looks like you're being a bitch for no reason, Alice.
come on,
That's
Richard,
what-
with the
that's
B
what
word, you're using the P
Peter
word,
should
the
have
B
said. That's what
word.
Peter should have said.
You're really killing me
Is the
with this.
P word Peter?
The Peter.
With the sexism today.
I know. That's what I'm here to do.
It's inadvertent.
I'm here to
It's-
bring
it
the
makes it-
no. It's
that might
He's
get-
here
that
to
might
bring
make
the
it
peen, you
worse.
guys.
It's Burton. It's Burton.
It's verdant. It's not inadvertent. It's verdant.
Burton.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to divert this podcast to a break while I teach Richard the ins and outs of being a better human being.
And then we'll come back and talk about the explosions.
Last few guests are taking off, in case you wanted to say goodbye. Or hello.
Did my wife send you over?
No. Worse. My wife.
Since Spicy Liz left last week and hasn't been back, I'm bringing us back to the podcast here.
Oh, thanks, Greg.
We're going
But
to
I
talk.
have to try the other beer, don't I?
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
do.
not really a beer.
You don't
It's
have to
a
try
beer.
it.
Yes, she does. She has
Yeah,
to try it.
you
That's
have to
the
try it.
rule.
We bought it. Good
Unless you're
money.
Brian, who does not drink, you have to try it. Liz has to try. We got a couple different brewskis.
Some
Couple
beers.
different regrettable.
First one we got was by Shorts Brewery, and it's called Melt My Brain. Which you will understand a little bit later why that's tied to this flick. I mean, aside from the fact that it's like 4% alcohol, which is basically water to me, because I'm not an alcoholic. 4% is fine,
Yeah,
but it's good. It tastes like limeade to me, which is fine. I was totally into it.
it's a golden brewed. It's golden brewed with
Golden brewed
Coriander.
with coriander,
Okay.
juniper berries, and lime, with tonic water added. So not only did they make a beer, they watered it down and then gave it to us.
Yeah,
This is like
Yeah.
this is the Shorts Brew version of Bud Light Lime, I think.
yeah. The label is a guy playing a Walkman into somebody else's ears, but there's limes instead of tapes in the Walkman.
Yet another.
What, they put limes in there?
Yeah, they ruined that Walkman with its citrus blast of flavor. I liked it too, Greg. I say drink it. It's a delicious porch beer, and it's made by Shorts. Did we say it was made by Shorts?
I did say it was made by Shorts.
in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, right here in Michigan.
Right here.
Fancy. Where'd you
Mm.
buy it?
In Michigan. The Flicks.
The Flicks, right down the street, right here
Right
in
down the street-
Michigan.
Right down the street, right here in Michigan.
Right here in
We're
Michigan.
basically
Right here in Michigan.
Ohio, though. Right here in basically Ohio.
Right here in basically Ohio, but still Michigan.
Isn't Michigan basically Canada too? Then, by that logic, so you guys live basically in Canada, and I basically live in Ohio.
North America is basically the ocean.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We're basically the sun.
This beer is basically water. I might as
Yeah.
well have 6.
Right.
Good. I don't want any more. You can have them all.
All
I
right.
did not enjoy
Liz,
this one.
You did not enjoy the Melt My Brain.
No, I did not.
What did you not enjoy? Why didn't you like it?
It just tastes like another weak ass version of Soft Parade, like they keep putting out.
Okay.
Short specifically, like it all just tastes like Soft Parade. After
Is
a
She's
Soft
while.
so
Parade-
upset.
Is Soft Parade a really limey beer?
No, it's just
No.
a really fruity, sweet sugar pile, and that's
Ah.
what it tastes like to me.
They're probably
it just tastes
popular.
like sugar.
Yeah, very popular.
They are, and they're a lot stronger than this, so it doesn't waste your time quite as much.
Wow. Shorts Brew, take that.
Take that, Shorts
Spicy
Brew.
Liz did show up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Spicy Liz has been betrayed by Shorts the past $40 or so she spent on them, so she's
Shorts,
gonna
you
get
gotta stop
a little
fucking this up.
salty.
A little salty. That's salty
All right,
Liz showed
now I
up.
have
Oh
to
wait,
try
no,
this.
was Sequential? Was that a Shorts beer?
I don't remember.
Who made that one? Because that one would make Liz salty.
I think salty Liz actually showed up.
Salty Liz.
Yeah.
She is loving the
Oh. So we don't have to talk about this for long because we don't have a lot of space in the podcast.
the Odd Side Ales
No.
Laughing Clown Premium Malt Liquor, which
they
is
thought it would be funny to get.
It's premium.
it's malt liquor.
So is Colt 45.
And it's from Talladega Nights, one of the greatest movies ever made.
7%. Drink it, quit being a fucking baby. You want to get drunk?
Right. I mean, that's pretty much what Laughing Clown is. If you want to get drunk and feel like you should have spent less on your beer, get a Laughing Clown. Because I don't know how much it cost, but it was
You
want
probably
that
more than a 40.
$2 taste for $9.65.
There you go. If you have wine cooler taste with a champagne budget, get Laughing Clown.
Why taste with the champagne?
This is hipster bullshit taken just a step too far.
I think it's just fun.
First of all, it's themed, Liz. This is Talladega
Talladega
Nights. Shake and bake.
Okay, but
Take a
we're
break,
not
Liz.
watching Talladega Nights. That would have been a lot more fun, and I would have probably drank 7 of these by now.
You'd be
I
shit
wish
faced.
Talladega Nights was a disaster movie.
Oh God.
Although I hate doing comedies because we're just like, yeah, it was funny. Did you laugh? Yeah, I laughed.
Yeah, there was a funny part where they
Yeah.
did the funny stuff. It was
I laughed.
hilarious, right?
Let's repeat it. It's even funnier if
Let's
you hear me talk
let's
about
tell
it.
other people's jokes
Break that
without the
joke
visual
down.
cues and proper timing.
Or context.
That'll be fucking great. Laughing Clown is a drink it from me.
yeah,
I wouldn't
I'm
pay
in.
money for it,
I'm
but
in.
it's a drink it.
I'm in. Drink it.
I'm infuriated by both of
It
these.
is the most premium malt liquor I have ever drank.
I feel spoiled.
I mean, it's the most majestic malt liquor in a can that I've ever experienced.
It is an exquisite malt liquor.
The only thing that might top it would be a lukewarm King Cobra.
I was gonna say a nice lukewarm King Cobra or
Yeah.
like a Camel Triple X that's been sitting out in the
Oh,
sun for a couple
Camo.
hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, when we get our first death here, right? Now,
great. Yeah. Right away, 24 minutes and 55 seconds and 24 milliseconds.
Wow, really? That
Yeah.
time that is an accurate
Yeah,
time
it gets
stamping.
right, yeah, it gets right down in there. This new
Just
software I'm
does it
using for our
us.
notes.
Love it.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
There's a dead lady on the elevator.
It just
that
she's
looks
caught,
like she caught like a space bullet to the meat chunks.
yeah, it's right in the meat chunks. It was bad. So she's dead. She's not moving. But the reason why they went to the elevator is because Parent of the Year, Peter, lost his daughter at the party.
You know what? It's not just him. His wife lost it too.
Yeah, they both lost their
They
daughter.
both lost a kid. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm paying attention to my friends. Not even drinking. We're just going to lose track of our family.
You know, yeah, if your kid just disappears during like a party, you're not Parent of the Year. I'm just saying you're not Parent of the Year. I'm not saying you're the worst parent.
No, you're not. I'm going to tell you right now, I've lost my kids in the same room as me. So,
Especially Leo. He's a little gets into things.
yeah, usually dangerous thing.
So they find Hannah and her friend who snuck off.
They're working.
Yeah,
they're
they're
at
working.
work, man.
Yeah.
Leave me alone, Dad. I'm at work. Can't you see that?
Which I only mentioned that because that's how this movie kind of goes at first. It's like, oh, cool. We were really worried about them. Glad.
Still fucking unclear whether that's a real job or not.
It's not a real job, Liz. It is very clear
I
that it
don't
is
know how
not a
the
real
laws
job.
of the synthland work.
Not a real
Could
job,
be.
Liz.
Liz, I promise even the synths are not dumb enough to give somebody a job to push a damn button.
Fucking replicants.
Fucking synth-ass motherfuckers. Reppies.
So yeah, at this point, the
Liz,
space-
are you a reppy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. No reppies in this house,
No
Richard.
Dirty
You
reps.
dating a reppy? You're not a reppy, are you?
No, I'm a reppy sympathizer though.
It's as bad, just as
Oh.
bad.
He's
sorry.
a reppy fetishist.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even a sympathizer. He really likes to bone robos.
I just like it's great. I like to know it's programmed to like me. Something about that.
I like to know that I'm fully in control whether they like it or not.
Right.
They have the emotions and desire to stop, but they have the programming that won't let them.
I like my girlfriend. Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
disgusting.
I like my girlfriend to have a remote control. Perfect in every way. So the spaceships are kind of floating around.
We haven't even seen a spaceship.
Yeah,
You're
we haven't
talking
did
like,
too.
oh, some booms happened. We
I
didn't
thought we
say
talked about those,
fucking
right?
spaceships show up,
Yeah.
start blowing up shit.
Just
There's
left and right.
explosions all over the city. The
They blow all
bullets
the
are like,
windows out.
"Brow," no.
The way that
was,
they descend upon the city is
Yeah.
pretty cool looking.
yeah, that was
though.
cool because they dropped the probe
That
and it
was
blew
a
all the
visual
windows out.
aspect
Yeah.
I liked.
And I was like, oh, that's really neat. You blew all the windows out so you could see the people. That's just smart, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, because they're eradicating. They're on a mission to eradicate.
Yeah, this is an extinction level attempted event.
They're just looking for anything they can shove a bullet into. They're just like, oh, that
That's
thing's
not
moving.
that's
a
not
bullet
one
in
of
it.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these things are just. We now get the shock and awe assault here from these fuck buckets shooting from the sky, blowing everybody up.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Peter's like, look, I've got these visions. They're premonitions. I feel like we've got to go back to work. We've got to go to our
factory.
job, the factory.
He calls it the factory. Yeah, and they do, and after he gets his daughter, and he gets back to Alice. That's what he talks about. But on his way to get into Alice, they also run into like you get the first glimpse of the aliens, which are basically like the members of Daft Punk dressed up for a funeral. They're just kind of shiny in black leather, black outfits, and I don't know. Honestly, I didn't hate the alien outfits.
Oh, they look
costumes.
dumb.
You thought they looked dumb? I didn't hate them.
they
I
look
didn't hate
dumb.
them.
I don't
They were
like
okay.
the. At first, I will say, "Oh, good, they made the aliens literally faceless for when they have to get slaughtered later on."
It was very
It didn't-
organic looking, but there was no reason.
Yeah, I agree
for
with that.
It, to
It
be.
did have an organic look.
But there is no reason for that to be that way.
It invoked bugs to me.
Yeah. It was supposed to. It's just there to throw you off. There's no reason that anyone's spacesuit should have looked
The
that
only
way.
reason was
To shamble on you right in the face.
the only reason was misdirection. So these dumb fucking shithead aliens or extraterrestrials are coming down and shooting up
Murder
the
City.
joint like a
Murder
bunch
City.
of motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're shooting everybody. They're blowing up buildings and they're actually storming the apartment buildings and just clearing them out,
Yeah, literally just search and destroy mission.
room by room.
There and I feel like a lot of the action was it was too fucking dark. First of all,
Yeah, I couldn't see shit.
this entire action sequence was way too damn dark. It
That's
was
because they didn't have good CGI. So
Was there
personally,
any
I'm grateful for
CG?
the darkness because I don't want to see it.
like
The
Oh,
bullets were CG, right?
there were some of the bullets effects were CG.
Pretty sci-fi.
But outside of that, there wasn't a whole lot of CG needed there. It was,
All the spaceships were CG, but they were sparing on the spaceships.
I mean, like the when they're running from the aliens and the physical aliens are there, not just in the spaceship. It was still too dark. There was no
Yeah.
good reason for
no,
it.
you're right. It was all really dark in there.
But it was mostly competent-ish as far as how it was made.
I couldn't see what was happening in the action sequences. I couldn't really tell. I remember like at one point they beat up one of the aliens as it gets into their apartment, and he beat it over the head because it's going after Lucy.
Yeah, she slugged him with that telescope.
I couldn't really see what was happening there. I just was kind of like, oh, he got hit. Alien down. Hit him again. Hit him again.
And yeah, she hit the shit out of him.
Yeah, she hit the shit out of that alien. And that's like the first time Lucy almost gets everybody fucking killed. They tell her, wait in the closet. These aliens are literally shooting through the walls.
Yeah,
Wait here. And she runs out to get her fucking bear.
that fucking talking monkey.
And I was-
Bullshit.
And so the alien hesitates. That's when we get another kind of like hint that everything's not as it seems. The alien hesitates and reaches
Right.
over to like kind of touch her. And you're
Right.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He just shot through the wall. He didn't seem to hesitate at all. He was throwing bullets through their fucking wall. But
Yeah, he couldn't get through the door, so he tore through the wall instead. Like moments like that are like, oh come on, just fucking cheesy. Just-
yeah, like we haven't seen that before.
right, exactly.
Greg, want to talk about what they do when they get up to the roof? When I
Yeah, they go fucking outside to watch the carnage until it gets all up on them again.
you see a bunch of people waving, and his missile smashes them, and
Yeah.
all these people on the other roof just die.
They're just trying to really drive the point home that this is not we're going to take prisoners and somehow sort this out through peaceful means. This is straight up a murder mission from the aliens on
This is
high.
a fucking occupation. We are
Yeah.
taking over. So
Oh, he took the gun from the alien they bonked.
yeah,
didn't-
that's
didn't he?
right. When he bonked the guy, he took the gun.
But he
couldn't figure
couldn't
out how to
shoot
make
it
it work.
because
It's
he
a
was like,
biometric trigger.
it's got biometrics. It's not shooty.
We'll just carry it around
Robocop's gone.
anyway.
Well,
just
you know,
keep it with us.
he is a technology enthusiast. So he was going to try and fix it.
I keep RoboCop's gun if he left it. I
Yeah,
don't care. I
absolutely.
fucking take that. It looks sweet.
Does look sweet.
He takes it, uses it as a bat. It was a useful bat.
All right,
bludgeon.
that thing's got to weigh a shit ton.
So they went to the
all
roof.
the more fun to carry around with you all the time.
Yeah, right. They went to the roof. I don't know what their plan was. I get not going through the hallways because there were aliens there, but what the fuck were they going to do from the roof? Fly down?
I don't know why they were. Yeah, well, right. What was the plan? Getting really high up there where the things that fly can get you.
Yeah, the hovering jet monster machines. I've seen no helicopters, so they're fucked.
Every
at this
disaster movie is motivated by bad decisions.
And bad
this
children.
is no exception.
And
Boy,
bad
are
children.
they abundant here.
Oh, yeah. Fucking kids.
On to our next bad decision, the paint scaffolding lift.
Oh, yeah, the window washing lift or whatever?
Yeah, because that doesn't lead to super mutants every time I encounter one in Fallout 4,
Also, most of those don't go all the way to the ground.
Oh, even better.
including this one.
Yeah. Well, this one all the way to the ground when it broke.
Right. Collapsed and crashed to the earth.
And now they're right back where they started. So they take that fucking thing, that scaffolding thing down. It breaks. They get off it just in time, which I could barely see. I was like, did somebody die in that?
It's so dark.
Yeah.
Like, this whole thing is just junk darkness.
Yeah, we thought that the friend Megan's family's mom died, but
Yeah,
guess she didn't.
the second mom, because there
Oh,
were two
yeah,
families
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
They're fodder. They're alien fodder. You knew it the moment you saw them.
Yeah. I mean, they had to have somebody that you were connected with in some way die.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you know. And that's what I was thinking about when I was watching this. I was like, you know what? The main family, nothing bad is going to happen to any of them. And fucking nothing bad happened to any
They were
of
way
them.
too tight knit, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like you have two girls. You could spare one.
Right.
Like,
They're robots anyway. Who gives a shit?
you
Just
fucking
murder one.
one, and we'll be like, it actually blows up, and her chunks are glowing. You're like, what? She's a robot?
Right.
Weird.
Why did they make her blow up into a bunch of like electronics?
So anytime in this movie where things slow down a little bit, you know for a fact something's about to explode. Like as soon as the family stops walking, you're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, here's an explosion because everybody's calmed down for a second. Rather than try and have some meaningful dialogue and progress a story through non-action based means, we'll just blow some shit up.
And that's what happens here, right? They're in
Yep.
that room.
Blow it up, get them moving again.
Yeah, the neighbor dad stands up so through this whole apartment scene, they keep getting in front of the big windows. I'm like, what the fuck? Get away from the giant window.
Right.
They're shooting missiles at you as soon as they see you move. And the neighbor dad gets all cocky and stands right up while everybody else is crouched down being careful. Whatever his name is, I'm going to call him Steve because it doesn't fucking matter because Steve gets a missile to the fucking chest.
Yeah.
He eats a missile. And then his daughter and his wife run over there to glue them back together.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know what their plan was, but
That would have been a good start.
you don't get to see them die. You just see them you see the daughter hanging from the side of the building as the mom tries to help her. And the rest of the family just leaves. They're like, fuck this.
Yeah,
We're
well, you
gone.
know what? I see a lot of not my problem over there, so we're going to go.
You guys look like you got that all, I don't want to say in hand. Let's just say in hand.
Thanks for talking shit about me at my party, idiots.
Yeah, there's 10 more Shyamalans in this, so.
10 more. I
Three
feel
more.
like there's
3
like
total.
3? What's the
3
third one?
Shyamalan.
We don't want to give it up yet. That's the only fun part.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
fine. We'll hold on to this Shyamalan. So they hit the lady with her job of knowing all these fucking things on the like the tunnels.
What is she, Liz?
Holographic infrastructure technician, Richard. Do you pay attention to
I do,
anything
Yeah.
anybody
but
says
Liz
around
Liz
you?
is a scientist.
So
when it
she's doing
comes to this stuff.
she's doing erosion control and shit in the beginning of the film when they show her working.
Well, she got a promotion.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's the
she's,
shit.
she got that for erosion control, but she has this holographic map of the city that she demonstrates her stuff on. So she had this knowledge of where there were some tunnel entrances for them to go to.
So she's like, let's go through the tunnels to
Because
get
of
to
her
the
job.
factory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they can run there.
They try to get down into the tunnels,
because Marlena going to tunnels has always been a good decision.
except
Worked
this
out well
time,
for
for some
100% of the
reason,
time.
it didn't end well.
Yeah.
Where there was an
Imagine that.
explosion and she gets her shit pushed in.
Lucy again doesn't fucking move her
Dude,
ass.
Kids and disasters
Oh
just
my
don't
God.
mix.
Doesn't
Just leave them behind, or they're gonna fuck up your day.
leave them behind.
They'll figure it out, or they'll die. Either
Yeah.
way, problem solved.
They don't die. They're gonna inherit the new world. They need to be strong to do that.
That's right.
So Lucy just stands there with her fucking bear not moving.
Monkey.
I don't give a
Seriously,
fuck.
it is still a monkey.
It is still a monkey, whatever. April comes and
Shitty
grabs
talking
her.
Monkey.
April comes and grabs her to shove her into the tunnel of everybody else, and when she does that, she catches a bullet right in her stomach area.
Was it a bullet? I thought it was just part of the explosion.
I don't know.
Who
You think it
cares?
was-
She got her
she got all
gut
fucked up. She's
jacked
bleeding now. She's useless.
It was a bullet.
And as soon as they get down, not as soon as they get down there, but they get down there and they're walking through the sewers and they're tracked by another one of the extraterrestrials.
Kids are crying
Same
the
one.
whole fucking time.
Kids are bitching. It's the same ET
Looking
that's
for
been.
his gun.
Of course, there's no way to identify one from another.
Yeah.
in this. They all look the fucking same. So you don't realize.
Except that you watch him track them with his gun
Yeah.
tracker.
So what happened here, Greg? You might have
Oh
missed
yeah,
this.
that's right. That's
what
right.
happened here, and we'll back up on this a little bit. Not a huge deal. So there's this weird smoky GPS tracker thing that he has in his arm.
Yeah.
The effect on it is actually kind of cool, pointless but cool. And he could track his gun, but it's okay though because Peter managed to hotwire the gun just like every '80s cop movie you've ever seen with
I mean, you touch two wires together and
insulated
it works.
copper wiring that was just sitting there on the floor. He just goes done. Biometric.
I'll just bypass all this security with a simple piece of electric wire.
Yeah. Figured it out. Problem solved.
Electric wire? Regular wire is fine.
Yeah.
Any wire that's metal.
I wrote in here, Peter manages to rewire one of the guns using some insulated copper wiring, and now he's a better shot than John Rambo and takes out 4 Daft Punks.
Yes. That is an accurate statement. He did make the gun work. He did shoot some bad guys. And then the alien bro that's been tracking him decides to finally encounter, get all in their shit.
Get his gun back.
He's like, I need my fucking gun. There's a skirmish, little battle.
A small hand-to-hand combat.
I'm like, oh no, this trained soldier is somehow losing to one man.
A mechanical engineer.
Mechanical engineer. This fucking
Electrical
nerd.
engineer. Whatever the fuck.
Whatever kind of nerd he is.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of fucking.
Not even like impressively though. It was kind of a lazy fight.
Not as exciting as some of the previous action sequences, or at least not as well done.
No. But Keanu Mass is the alien, Greg.
Yeah, and oh my god.
It's Matt Damon.
It looks like them.
It's got a people face.
It looks like Israel Broussard.
Israel Broussard. Is that who Alien Bro is?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Nick Kent.
from here on out,
His name is Miles.
Miles. That's such
He tells him his name is Miles. Everybody's only got first names in this.
See, that's all they need. They don't even need that, really. Because from here on out, Miles is referred to as Alien Bro. He is no
Alien
longer Daft
Bro,
Punk.
fucking
He's Alien Bro.
Hero Dad is like, pick up my wife that's all blowed up, you dumb shit, fuck.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He speaks English.
Sure, man, I'll do this.
No,
But he
he
doesn't-
doesn't
Yes, he does.
speak,
Well,
but
we know he
understands
understands
it.
English.
Yeah. He's like Groot. He understands it. He
am Groot.
He hasn't quite demonstrated he can speak it.
Right.
Yeah, and he does look just like a frat guy. He just like some dude who just left his couch party and this is a prank and it went a little too far.
This is the worst prank we've ever pulled. We're wiping out a planet. What
This-
the hell were we thinking? I just wanted to play beer pong while my parents were out of town.
So whatever, dude fucking carries like without a problem carries Alice back to the factory.
Yeah. I would okay. This is where things get really, I mean, this isn't where they get, but this is shitty. Also, it's shitty that for some reason these people that have been living on Mars in less gravity than on Earth and then traveling presumably for months through space to get to Earth
Are doing
all
just fine.
doing just fine in Earth's gravity.
Well, they got the suits.
The suits were because they weren't even sure they could still breathe
No,
Earth's
yeah.
atmosphere anymore.
No, you're right. And this is we find out Alien Bro lets Peter know that they're alien, that they're robots. They're synths. He had no idea.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, you didn't know what you were? Like, how would they not know?
What the fuck?
After 50 fucking years, nobody's ever stubbed their toe and realized, oh, it doesn't hurt, and I also am made out of machine parts?
Erase the memory. It's just wipe them. You get wiped every time you stub your toe. It doesn't make any sense.
But
that
they made it clear that that was a choice that they were allowed to make.
I know. It also doesn't make sense that they didn't know what their insides looked like. They didn't just redo things so that the insides looked glowy instead of like humans.
And
They
how
would
were
be
they not
surprised by
glowing
that.
through the skin? Everything was very bright in there.
Yeah, it was so bright. But Miles, Alien Bro, was basically said, listen, man, you can jumpstart your girlfriend or your wife. We can keep her going.
Alien Man is about to be murdered for his crimes
Yeah.
in a government facility, and as he's being dragged off,
They're like, he's like, I can save her, I can save her.
Peter's like, might as well let him try.
Yeah, for some reason
Like, oh, you didn't try
military's
to
like,
kill
you know
my
what,
child.
fuck it.
And
I mean, you just shot a bunch of us to death. Go for it. Go fix this lady.
Boom. We got fucking Shyamalan.
Boom, we got Shyamalan because they're robots.
Greg, you explain this fucking
There
war.
was no alien war. What happened
I'm
was
so mad right now.
the humans developed synths, and they were using them essentially as slave labor. And the synths started to become self-aware and have emotions and feelings, and they were trying to legislate it to the point where they didn't have rights. And the synths rose up to fight against humanity, and they were fucking winning big time, apparently, because it caused humanity to evacuate the Earth and head to fucking Mars, where they then were living in colonies on Mars. I don't know if they terraformed the planet.
It wasn't.
They
wasn't
did not
clear.
make anything interesting clear in this movie.
You know, and honestly, I'm just gonna put this out there. Just a tip for the future. Anybody who's listening, don't make fucking robots that look exactly like humans.
Hard code in that they're not allowed to hurt people.
A robot.
That's
shouldn't
all
be,
I'm asking for.
It shouldn't be indistinguishable from a human being. It's easy not to do that. Make them purple or something. They just, like a different color would have worked.
A permanent
anything.
name tag.
Permanent name
Something
tag.
they can't get rid of.
And you haven't got your third Shyamalan yet. What's
What-
the third Shyamalan list?
What is the third Shyamalan?
I think that was when they wiped their brains. That you find out that they didn't know they were synths because they all wiped their brains
Oh.
by choice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the
I
third
guess.
Shyamalan.
Sure, we'll Shyamalan that.
Like you're like, why does it make?
I'll
any
give that a
sense?
shammy.
Why wouldn't they know? You're asking the question. Why wouldn't they know this happened? Right.
I
And-
not necessarily why wouldn't they know that it happened, but why wouldn't they know that they're synths?
Yeah, that was the most fucked up part. Or why would you be surprised at what your insides look like? That's
Right. It seems just like bad planning to me.
You could erase the war and keep the fact that you're a synth.
Right.
You could just whitewash the whole thing.
I
and be
mean, you
like-
wouldn't even have to call yourself synths. You would just know that you're an artificial life form.
And how is that fucking helpful? Not knowing about the war because these people came back and you were totally unfucking prepared. No failsafe, no code to get your memory back.
People
No,
wanted to
Luke Cage
forget.
was the failsafe. He didn't wipe
they
his
had
memory.
there were a group of them that did not wipe their memory because they knew they had to be prepared. Everybody else was too much of a chump to face facts.
They weren't fucking
Instead,
prepared at
they
all.
acted like pathetic, weak losers.
They weren't fucking prepared at all.
They were not. Well, they were prepared enough to escape.
Yeah.
Which is what they did.
And it kind of. A lot of them didn't. I watched a lot of them burn.
Yeah, I watched a lot get exploded in the fucking city. The wife was about to die, and Miles is like, she needs another power source. And he's like, I'm talking about you, Pete. And Pete's like,
Pass.
I mean,
Pass. There's a wall
like, could we
outlet.
go get one of the dead ones that are outside, maybe? Maybe their batteries
Yeah,
are good or whatever.
Wall outlet.
Get a
No,
some cars.
he's pretty much, yeah, that's
There's
fine.
some cars in the
Let's-
parking lot. We just run the edge it a little.
let me jump my wife right in front of you, buddy,
Yeah.
he says. So they juice him up, gets all their stuff
Oh,
out,
yeah.
hooks their biz up, and that's when we start really getting the full brunt of the quote-unquote erased memories. Apparently erasing something means totally different thing in synth world, because erased means fucking gone
Yeah.
to me.
Zero fill the fucking.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Come on. So Peter's all jacked into his wife. He's juicing her up.
I can't believe he's giving it to her just like that, right in front of giving it to
everybody.
her raw too,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, and this is where we
That's-
also find out that Hannah and Lucy are adopted kids. They found them on the streets.
Would you say adopted or stolen?
Stolen from their human parents that they slaughtered. First off, why the fuck would you buy baby kid robots that don't grow up? That seems like the worst idea. Isn't it having your kids grow up on the best parts about being a parent? You just want to keep them at like 6 and 4 your entire life? You have to
They're
take care of them?
definitely older than 6 and 4, but there are certain people who are satisfied with young children having grandparents that just want maybe those kids were exact duplicates physically of their children that died in a fire or something.
Maybe. But they're crying, of course, because all these kids.
Once
fucking do.
again, unexplored storylines.
Yeah, I would love to see like what their household was like before the war, you know?
You say love to see it, but I would love to see it done by anybody except the people that made this movie.
It's kind of like AI.
I
but-
really don't want the people that made this movie to make anything that I
You're right.
have to ingest again.
No, you're right. You're right. I was wrong. Take that back. I'll edit that out. I don't want anybody to hear that and get any ideas. I don't
Please
want to
don't
inspire
get-
anybody.
If you're the people that made this movie and you heard Richard say he would like to see that stuff, please don't. You'll get better, I'm sure, if you practice, but don't practice with that.
Not us. No practice on us.
Don't practice on us.
We saw this scene with the kids crying in the street with their dead parents multiple times during the guy's premonitions or dreams.
The
or whatever.
flashbacks, yeah. Mom, wake up.
And the lady was wearing all green, and like you knew that as long as Alice wasn't wearing green on top, she had a green skirt on, but as long as she wasn't wearing a green shirt, she's probably not going to die.
And it was during the day and it was outside, so there were a lot of hints that it was not the same thing.
But yeah, we find that out. So this implies, we find out the war happened 50 years ago. This implies that they've been wiping the memory of these kids probably every few years, I would think, at some point. They think they're human. At some point, you would catch on to the fact that in 50 years, you haven't
You're not
grown.
an adult. Yeah.
So these children who we're supposed to feel bad for, who Milo, alien dude, bro, says, oh, I didn't know there were going to be kids. There aren't any fucking kids on this
They're
planet.
80 years old
They're
too.
perpetually
Yeah.
kids, though.
They're
And
just-
That's the concept that we can't wrap our heads around.
Yeah.
They've lived their whole life like that. They don't think they're supposed to grow.
Yeah.
They don't have I'm sure they're not learning human biology in class or school. There probably isn't even any school.
What's the fucking point? It's you're creating it's a society just pretending to be society caught in a loop. It's not really hasn't even really progressed much.
Well, why do you think the humans are wiping it out?
Easily, by the way. They just show me like, fuck you guys, we're back.
We got so many bullets.
Yeah. Where are your bullets at? Oh, you forgot about bullets?
Oh, did you find all these bullets that we left in your bodies?
Yeah.
Can you
stuff for you.
Ship those back to the humans. You can just make it out to humans. The address is Mars, care of the colonies that we're in.
Attention, we want our fucking planet back, ass bags.
How dare you make us leave?
Yeah.
So basically, since made humans leave, humans left for the Mars.
Yeah.
Decided to come back 50 years later for no good reason because apparently life wasn't good enough on Mars, so they need to steal Earth back.
They want Earth back. Earth is way better.
Earth does look pretty great.
Yeah, Earth looks great. That's all the humans have been gone.
Right. They get on a train
to
get the remaining synths to the underground bunker.
They're gone.
So that they can regroup and plan to wipe out the threat that is humanity.
They mentioned evacuating the planet, which is not true. It never happened. Ignore that part. If you watch this movie and you hear the person over the speaker go, "We're evacuating the planet soon," they're lying.
I think that
I don't know why it said that.
They probably just reused the audio from the one that was there rather than somebody spending the 30 seconds to re-record it in that 50-year span.
All the other synths get to the train. There's a really clumsy gunfight as Peter and Alice try to also make it to the train to catch up with their daughters. You don't know if they're going to make it. Surprise, they make it. They all make it to the fucking train. For some reason, how Alice and Peter are the only people who survived this gunfight with all these humans and synths.
Yeah, the humans were there, and the train takes off, and it does some lazy CG where they shoot the people.
Yeah. The train wasn't CG, though. That was
There's
actually
your
how that
train
train
cannon.
looks.
Oh, that's how a train looks?
No, that particular train all graffitied up and stuff. That's been down there. There's actually an unused tunnel in that spot in like where this was filmed, and they just used that train verbatim. Nothing was changed. There was no CG. It was just that wacky looking of a place.
That's a wacky looking train.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the coolest part of this movie, honestly.
Yeah, they get out and
they get out and they say hello to Peter and Alice when they come to get to the train, and there's this full like
a platoon
army
of
of
fucking
humans.
soldiers.
Oh my god!
Trying to beat down a door 4 feet away.
And hug, and they're like, "How are you doing? It's
Why don't we
minutes? How
tell you what? Let's have
feeling?"
this conversation as we escape.
Yeah,
Nope.
no. And it
We
almost,
need to build tension.
I wanted Luke Cage to get shot at that point. just
Yeah,
so-
I thought for sure he was going to get popped, but he did not.
So Lucy could take one more down with her on the way out the door, because
She's the true villain.
she is a true villain. She convinces so many people to walk into bullets.
She's an 80-year-old robot who keeps getting everyone she supposedly loves shot.
You start thinking about the fact that that little girl is like 100 years old. It gets a little weird. This movie gets a little weird.
Yeah. The human. So the synths escape. As they escape, the tunnel blasts close behind them, and the train tracks sink down under the water.
Oh, so bad.
It looks terrible. The
CG in that was
CG is atrocious.
Garbage.
It looks
Oh.
like it's out of a video game.
It like breaks and falls. It's supposed to look systematic, but it looks
It
so
looked
bad.
systematic to me. It looked fine for the low quality that it was.
But
Because
you
it
know, the
like
ground,
tipped back and then went down.
yeah, the ground
but
was falling behind
yeah.
them. Yeah, but they're gonna regroup for the sequel, which I hope never happens.
yeah, I really I would like to, before we go to break here, our last break, would like to say please don't make another one of these.
Don't make another one of these. It's not necessary.
We know you want to have this war over and over and over again. We can tell by the plot of this movie that you like it.
We don't want it. We're not asking for it. We don't want to see
We
it.
get it.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch. We'll watch it if you make it. That's
Yeah.
the worst part.
Yeah,
Is we'll have to watch it.
somebody's gonna make us do it.
We're obligated. Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
Greg, you want to send us to a break so that we can forget.
Why
this
do I
movie?
gotta send us to a break?
You're
every
good at
time?
it. You're like the best at it.
Spicy Liz is right there.
No, she's not Spicy Liz. She's Salty Liz today. Salty Liz showed up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the What a Disaster podcast would recommend to you taking a break. All right, we're on a break.
Every day, go about our routines. Work, home, family. Work, home, family. Sleeping okay?
I don't understand why you won't get some help.
Because they're gonna say it's in my head.
It is just in your head.
Please wake up.
I think these dreams are the future. What if something bad is coming? You see that? You kidding? Of course I can.
What is that?
Guess what? We're back from the break, and we're gonna give us the final thoughts here on the movie.
The final thoughts on the
Let's
movie.
go with Rickard first, since we always go with Rickard first. What'd you like? What didn't you like? What's your final
name?
Yeah, it is the best one, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's almost like it exists.
It's all based on my scale. Gregory, this movie.
That's me. I'm Gregory. I'm not this movie.
No, you're not. You're this movie. I got another name wrong. Shit. Gregory.
Yes, sir.
Semicolon.
Semicolon. No,
I
I'm not a semicolon either.
found
You're
this
a
movie
whole
interesting
colon.
at the beginning. The first watch through, I was kind of like, it was all right. It wasn't until I went back through my notes and had to clean everything up that I realized how weak most of the premises were and how it's basically just a group of people running from one side of the movie to the other with a little story at the front and back of it. I thought most of the acting was passable. I thought the story was interesting. I thought the sets were really cool. But everything else about the movie, the CG, the plot was lazy. It was just kind of a lazy film. I give it a 3.7.
3.7 on the Richter scale.
low.
Wow. That's,
It's
I think,
low.
your lowest. That's really low.
It's
We'll have to check.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worse than USS Indianapolis.
Oh,
but
God. Actually, I think it's better than USS Indianapolis.
that's what I'm saying. It's better because you know why?
Yeah.
It's 9. You know what I like most about this movie? It's about 97 minutes in runtime.
Right.
That's what I like most about it. I can get through any movie that's 90 minutes. Those are so much quicker.
What did you like about it?
Yeah, that's the sets.
The sets?
I thought the sets were cool. I thought the sets were really cool. The camera work was good. It was some really good shots in this movie. At the first 30 minutes has some great shots. And it
Yeah, they
starts to fall
reused
apart.
the same floor like 8,000 times.
They just left the camera there and just moved in new people. It's like
No, they
yeah.
literally reused a bunch of shots at the beginning of this movie.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize that, but I think they really were stretching for time in this movie. It felt like it that it wasn't quite finished, but
It would have been a fine short film.
yeah, honestly, yeah, like a 40 minute film, 30.
No, like 10 minutes.
It's pretty short.
5 would be good.
It's a good short. I thought it was
0 would be ideal.
That was my thought of this movie. To button it up was I thought it was a short story put into a long movie. It felt like a short story,
All right.
like a fun little 30-page story you read in class.
And Liz, what did you think?
I was entertained by it, kind of. I didn't get bored enough where I wanted to work on something else or do something else while I was watching it. But
Compliment.
yeah, I don't know. The sets were pretty bland to me personally. They all
Rick's wrong.
looked like each other. The decorations were all the same in every single room, every single building. I thought the characters were boring, and I don't know. Probably about a 4.
A 4. Wow.
About a
All
4,
right.
Greg. Don't give it a full 4.
4.0.
Up against a 4. Right up against a 4.
All right.
Circa 4.
Circa 4.
Gregory.
Hey, yeah.
Gregster
Hey,
scale.
Greg's getting tired because he's squatted 2 pounds today. What do you think of this movie, buddy?
I liked some of it.
Good.
Man, what specifically did I like?
Descriptive, huh?
I liked the apartment.
Yeah.
It was a nice looking apartment. I'd like to live there.
Yeah, give it to me. Yeah.
The acting
wall's
was there was phoned in. There was nobody in this movie that was super into doing the acting part of the acting job. Dialogue was tired. It was trying too hard to be a crazy surprise. It had big aspirations, but succeeded at none of them. I did not love it. I'm gonna give this one a 4.0 on the Gregter scale too.
Put it down. Let it be said. Let it be noted.
This was less than
movie
competent,
was
to say the
crap.
least.
It was crap. More Netflix original garbage.
They could have. This one wasn't even Netflix. They just bought it, a full movie.
because Universal's like,
Universal's like, wow, this is really
garbage.
bad.
Yeah.
Let's just sell it to Netflix. They'll
It
buy
didn't
any
turn
fucking
out the way
thing.
we'd hoped.
That's gonna be a lucrative production method in the future.
Dude,
is just
it's-
sell it to Netflix.
It's like the housing market. They bundle it all together. They put a bunch of shit storms in there.
oh
with
man,
them.
that would be great. Netflix just buys 100 bad fucking movies from Universal.
crashes the movie market.
Gross.
So, Greg, want to button this baby
No,
up?
yeah, we're
I
gonna
think
button it
done.
up. Thanks for listening to another episode of What a Disaster Podcast.
Seriously, thank you. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I don't
I
know
mean,
why you
we'll be
listen to
back
this one.
next week probably.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you can check out our show notes and all that good stuff on our website.
Mhm.
We got whatadisasterpod.com.
WhatDisasterPod.com.
Yeah, look at that. I even know our web address.
He
Never
memorized
go
it.
there, but
Yeah,
I know it.
No reason to go there.
You can follow us on the Twitter at Podwad.
Yeah, Podwad.
We're on Instagram as Wad Podcast. We really need to get better.
We need to get some.
We need to get some
ideas.
uniformity.
Yeah.
But I like the
Uniformity.
ones that we got.
I know.
You can, of course, subscribe to us on all your favorite platforms. We're
Spotify.
even on the Spotify.
Stitcher,
Spot us up. Stitch us up.
Stitch us
Whatever, iTunes us up.
iTunes,
You,
RSS
can,
feed.
you know what? Listen to us on every method you can so that we get more play counts and we feel better about
I
ourselves.
just watch those and go, oh, thank God I didn't just waste my whole week.
You also, if you didn't know, you can call us or send us a text message at 209-781-9113. Yeah, that'll do it for us here at the podcast.
Oh, yeah, it'll do
For Richard and Liz,
Oh, for
this
me.
is Greg saying,
For Greg.
Michelle.
Michelle. Bye, Liz. Wait, you
Bye,
gotta come with
everybody.
me. Oh, man.
Richard, are you saying bye?
Yeah, I was trying to say bye.
Liz, did you say bye?
What are you doing this
Why are we
weekend,
still
Greg?
talking?
Anything fun?
No.
Nothing good?
No.
I don't think we have any plans either. Yeah. Hope you guys have plans. Make plans. Do something. Do something for us.
I might get a job. I hope.
Do something and send us what you did, so we can live vicariously through your dreams.
If you do anything fun without me, I'm going to be furious.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Man. That's what I said, yeah.
All right, we're done. Goodbye.
Can't wait. This is excitement. This is how I sound.
Joy
When
to
I'm
the
joyous.
world. This movie is out. Please watch it if you love to be bored. It's really, really bad. It's super duper bad. It's really, 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 really bad. It's really, 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 really bad. Nobody in this movie gave a shit about it.